Meghan, is that you? Filming a sit-down video for the first time in many moons? I honestly don't remember the last time I did this. All I do is vlog. Greetings loved ones and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my very delayed what I got for Christmas haul of 2025. So in my last episode of Vlogmas, during the finale, I was like, hey, I don't really want to film a whole haul at the end of this video because it was already an hour-long vlog. What if I just filmed it like sometime in January? And all of the comments, the girlinas, were like, we will watch it whenever. So I'm hoping that that is true because I've never uploaded a Christmas haul this late. I'm filming this the second week of January, so I hope the Christmas spirit is still running through your veins. And I was talking to my friend last night who was a subscriber first, and she was like, maybe a lot of people have already watched all of the other people's hauls and they're craving more. So maybe all those people will be like, Meghan's Christmas haul? Yeah, I'm seated, I'm sat. But either way, I just wanted to share all of these with you because it was a banner year for Christmas, okay? We spent Christmas in Georgia for the first time in over 10 years with my entire family. So we had actual Christmas in Georgia. And then on Boxing Day, on the 26th, all road tripped up to Virginia. And then we had second Christmas on the 27th with my in-laws. So there's a lot to show. Most years that I film Christmas hauls, I think I do like one family of gifts because most of the time we're going to Virginia first and then I'll just like share all of that. And then in the new year, we would get like some from my parents or something and Lindsay would like mail me hers and stuff like that. But this year it was like everything all at once. So that is kind of going to be the theme of this haul. Everything, everywhere, all at once, because we just loaded all of the gifts into the car afterwards and then unloaded them. And some things are just in like giant piles. And normally I'm a little more organized than this. All the stocking stuffers I normally have first to show you, but I'm just gonna like try to remember what was what. I know my stocking stuffers are kind of like strewn about, so let's just get into it. So since we had two Christmases this year, I got two stockings, and in one of those stockings was this lump of coal, like charcoal tea tree goat milk soap from Mothwood Farm, and it even has like a soap saver bag, which is incredible. I also got this tiny little notepad, which has lovely little Christmassy flowers on it, which is so cute. It seems as though I have two of these, although I only started off with one. They're like tipping envelopes, I'm pretty sure, or envelopes for like gift cards and stuff like that. I think my daughter might have accidentally gotten these in her stocking, or maybe, you know, it was on purpose, but what is she gonna do? Spend her baby money tipping people and giving them these little envelopes? So this ended up in mine. My in-laws do a lot of traveling and I'm pretty sure they got these in China this year. I also got this bumper sticker that says fight evil, read books. Hell yeah. I got myself a little precision peeler, and you know I do have a peeler, but I don't have a precision peeler. These are, I believe, candies that came from China as well. If you know what these are, please let me know. I guess I could use Google Translate on the back to see what's in these bad boys, but I feel like they're like jelly candies or something. I also got a Lumos knitting light, and honestly, I'm thinking about sending this to my mom because she is obsessed with knitting, and we have two of these because like Finley got one in his stocking as well, so like if I want one I could just use his. But Finley actually uses neck lights, or they kind of go like around his head and then they're two flashlights instead of like a headlamp, all the time for when he has to turn off all of the electrical to do like work on the house or whatever. And I get comments all the time on the renovation videos being like, what are those lights? So if you're looking for them, maybe get some knitting lights? I don't know. My sister-in-law also gave me this cute little hedgehog stationery. There's a little hedgie on those cards, and then the envelopes have this lovely little pattern. Also, my two favorite colors, and honestly like my channel art color scheme in a nutshell here. I got these like claw clip things. They're fantastic, and they're gold, which is my choice of metal. So that's just incredible. I also got, and I think Corvidia also got, a soy sauce or a vinegar. So we each got one of these in our stockings. So we got Carolina Gold rice vinegar and white soy sauce. But you know, stuff like this, when it gets into Corvidia's stocking, I'm like, yeah, I'm the only one who's gonna be cooking with all that. I can tell you that much. So a lot of those were my stocking stuffers when we got to Virginia for second Christmas, but my sister stuffed all of our stockings in Georgia, and she went to Trader Joe's, got me a little everyday seasoning up in there. Yep. There is a very far away Trader Joe's where I live, and I don't really make the drive. I've never made the drive, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm happy I got that. My mom also gave my sister and I these little reindeer candles for Christmas as well, with a little tiny candle in there, super cute. So I'm gonna put that in my Christmas decor for next year. Lindsay also got me some onion salt. Can never have enough of that. And my mom got me 2 salts, one that is birch smoked and one that is lava salt. Ooh-wee. Yeah, people are getting culinary up in here these years. They're like, you're old enough now to put a little touch on some things. How about we give you a little more salt, honey? I think I'm getting the memo that I need more salt in my dishes, all right? So I got a little more of the Maldon. I have this flaky sea salt. It's incredible, so definitely it lives up to the hype. Lindsay also popped this little jewelry ring tray into my stocking. Very cute with the little bow on there. I got some colostrum. I got a eucalyptus, whoa, and mint shower steam. This is incredible. And I got shower steams from my friend as well. Like, she handmade these ones and gave them to me when I taught Zumbini in my hometown this year, which was so cute. She came with her toddler and then handed out a couple of little prezzies, and I was like, oh my God. And these ones are like rosemary scented. So I'm gonna be really having some luxurious shower experiences pretty soon here, okay? I've been holding on to all of my Christmas gifts for weeks, not actually putting them into action because I knew I wanted to film this for you. So now they're really all gonna be out there in the open. And Lindsay also gave me some lavender hand spray, a little sanitizer, you know. Looks like one of these seasonings or something maybe exploded in here. Something occurred. She also gave me these letters to my daughter. So cute. I'm definitely gonna put these on the old side table. Mental note, pushing those to the side. And she gave me Skippo. This is something that we used to play with our Grammy all the time, and then Lindsay and her fiance Jared have become obsessed, and on the family trip that we just took in September, we were playing Skippo a ton, so I'm really happy that we have that now. And then speaking of Lucinda Limon, she also got me as my Christmas gift, or one of them, these gorgeous shades from Aspen Ovard's line with, is it Diff Eyewear? It is indeed, and I love them. I feel like they're very flattering for my face shape and not something I would buy for myself, but Lindsay, she always loves a good sunny, and I was stealing these from her on our family trip, and she was like, you know what, honey, you look gorgeous in them. I'm gonna get you your own pair. I'm very happy to have them. And in this little baby blue carrying case, I mean, come on. This was part of a larger gift that Lindsay gave me as well, but she also gave me this Baroni on Board sticker because one of my favorite podcasts is Ride with Benito Skinner and Mary Beth Barone, and Lindsay put me onto it. We both listened, and we're both big Baronis. We are through, whoa, no, there's something in here. She also put a little poopery in my stocking. And then I'm gonna put this on over my headband, so hopefully it doesn't look insane. But my mom has gotten very into knitting, as I've told you, and she knitted us these hats for Christmas. I have a custom palette for my, you know, personality and skin tone, and then everybody else got their own. I think Lindsay got like a grayish one, but mine's this like earthy brown color scheme, and I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to break this bad boy out. And you know what's so great is, like, I don't actually even have a brown beanie. So my mother dearest, I mean, mothers know best, okay? All right, I'm just gonna keep grabbing stuff willy-nilly, but my honey for Christmas this year gave me this little leather carrying case for my batteries to keep in my purse. And not just my batteries, there's also a slot right here for memory cards, so I never run out of batteries on the go again. We have a lot of batteries, and he was like, so many times during Vlogmas when we were out or in the car or something, you would be like, crap, my camera died, and I just wanted to give you this present so much earlier than actual Christmas, but I had to wait. And I'm so happy to have this now. I'm just gonna keep it in my purse or in the diaper bag or whatever. But yes, I can carry 2 batteries in that bad boy and hopefully not have to not vlog because of a dead battery again. My in-laws also gave me this bird seed wreath. She's a little loud because I think there's a little loose seed from the road trip back home shaken on in there. But this is from J&W's farm in Winchester, Virginia, and I'm ready to hang this outside in the trees for my feathered friends. Finley also got me this little handmade pie holder. Like when the pie comes out of the oven and you put it on your countertop, the pie dish can go in here, and it's like this lovely little sunflower, you know, floral, very my color scheme and aesthetic pattern. We were driving to a gingerbread house making party when we were still in Vermont before we left for the holidays, and we pulled over at the side of the road because there was a craft fair going on, and I'm always gonna stop at a craft fair, okay? And he went in to buy something for his mom and got me this as well. So he's a trickster, that guy. Lindsay also got me this Coach little, like, it's kind of, what did she say? An accessory for my white Coach bag, but it's like this pearl chain that I can take off the regular white leather strap of my Coach bag and then put this on instead if I want to like not have the crossbody strap on and just have this little handheld one. And I haven't actually tried it on with the purse yet, so I'm very excited. I pull it apart in excitement. Yes! No, that would be horrible. This is a very kind and unexpected gift. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, she went to Coach. Like, I'm loving this. You know, this is something absolutely, Lindsay knows what I would never buy for myself, but that I would love to be treated with, you know, like, treat yourself. What is this? Oh, this is another stocking stuffer I got in Virginia, but it's a little like sewing kit, so I can keep this in my purse as well. My mother-in-law was like, it's a real heavy duty one, okay? Some of them are pretty flimsy, but that one's gonna be holding up. These little earrings I got from my sister-in-law, and they are little like daisies cast in resin. I love a pressed flower moment, okay? That's something about me, is I'm gonna be wearing a funky earring all the time. Finley also gave me this little like porch statue. We are just a tchotchke family, okay? We love a knick-knack. We love like a gargoyle on the porch. He has like something I actually think that his sister gave him a couple Christmases ago, and it's like a cat that sits on our porch, and this one is a nice little funky dog, and it's a dachshund especially, and it's like floral printed. I still have to use some Goo Gone on this bad boy because the price tag won't come off of his back for whatever reason, but it's funky and fun, and I appreciate that about him. You know, he's always gonna be getting me a funky and fun present, such as this as well. Let's put this bad boy on and I'll show you what he got me. So this is like a neck cowl. Is that what you would call it? It's a little like neck warmer, but it's like this burgundy moment that has these buttons. And you know, with the right look, like I could be giving everything. I'm kind of giving Jester, if you really think about it. When he gave it to me, I was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, a little different. But then when I put it on, I was like, yeah, I'm actually loving this look. Like, again, something I would never buy for myself, but is like very chic. And I think he got this at the craft fair as well. Also, I should have acknowledged this sooner, but I did get non-reflective glass for this, but there's just no way when you film in front of a window for it to be not reflective at all. So sorry if this is distracting you, hun. Normally I actually film with the camera like slightly angled just so you don't have this art in the back, but I was honestly like, I gotta get this whole cozy vibe going of having the bed in the back. Anyway, my sister also got me this Me Love shirt, which is also Ride merch, and I'm obsessed. She texted me the other day. This is why she told me it was too late to film my Christmas haul, because she texted me and said, I need to see you in your Me Love shirt. And I was like, all of my gifts are still in piles. I haven't filmed the haul. And she was like, it's too late. Oh, and I hope to God she was wrong. I don't know where the third piece of this gift went, because it was in a box, and then for space-saving reasons on the way home, I did take it out of the box. But my grandmother-in-law got me this. So this is like a silk pillowcase, and then a little gorgeous eye mask with the cherries on it. And then there's also a scrunchie somewhere within this mix. And it was so funny because when I opened this, she was like, you know, looking at you now in your skin tone, I'm realizing I got the total wrong color for you. And I really regret it, and I'm so sorry. And I was like, don't beat yourself up. I love it. People are so funny with their gift giving, you know. I'm gonna move this dog out of the way and show you a couple of my books. This was one of the few things on my Christmas list this year for my family. This is The Wheel of the Year. And I saw this book at my local library, and I was like, okay, this is just exactly everything I need and more. It basically goes through the seasons of the year in kind of a, you know, more pagan way. So it would go through like every solstice or every little celebration throughout each season, like for Beltane, you know, for example, we have like a bit about dandelions and how you might see those popping up, or maybe you'll see some violet popping up and you want to make a violet lemonade potion with your friends under the full moon. So that's really what I want to do this year. I just want to tap back into some of my more witchy side and get into all this, okay? Making like an autumn equinox altar. The ability to have this as like a little dip your toe back in and even give me some ideas and themes for each part of the year. Like that's really what I wanted. So very excited about that. And the sun is doing some really weird stuff right now. It's sort of lighting my lower half. Sorry. It's an odd time of the morning right now. But I also got this other herbal witchy book that I'm super stoked about. Listen, I got a lot of herbalism books and none of them are as detailed as this. That's what I'm really appreciating about this. I am stoked about this bad boy. My mom also gave my sister and I this like Christmas cookbook. Joy to the world. Christmas baking and sweet treats. And she had this on her countertop while we were home for the holidays. And I was like, okay, you've been tapping into this. I like what I see, I like what I see. Also, my husband's extended family will often give like the family a gift, if that makes sense. Like from one family to another, here is a board game. And this was a family present that everybody was kind of like, I don't know who this is exactly going to live in the home of. And we were like, we'll take it. So I've actually never played this before, the Seven Wonders, but we are a board game household and this will be joining the group. Let me know if you've played Seven Wonders before and your thoughts on all of that. So this was a gift from my father-in-law. Again, one of the very few things I asked for on my Christmas list this year was a fancy carving set. Because I don't have anything like this, and now that I am eating meat again, it's just one of those things that I feel as though I would really like to have. So I'm gonna show you these baddies up close, all right? Gorgeous icons. Very lovely in this little carrying case. This is the brand on those bad boys, Claude Desorme. And my father-in-law is an amazing cook, and I knew if that was on my Christmas list, he would locate something for me that he would use in his own kitchen, you know? And I really appreciate that gift. He's a legend. And then this is another gift from my honey, but I got a new baby carrier. And you might be thinking, Megan, don't you have a lot? I have like 4. But I'm just a baby carrier girl, okay? I love certain ones for certain reasons. This one I have seen a lot about. I will say I do plan to stitch rip off the bright red tag. I don't really know why this design choice was approved, if I'm being honest with you. Like, why isn't it the same green? But this is totally my color scheme, hence what I'm wearing today. I love a green moment, and then you flip it around, you got the, I'm pretty sure it's faux leather, but the leather little moment on the shoulders. And this is one of those carriers from Sakura Bloom, by the way, that I see a lot because it's more no fuss than a lot of the other carriers where you got like lots of things to tie or you gotta do a lot of straps and whatnot. This, you basically like sit your baby on the bed, prop this under their butt, and then kind of back yourself up and then just heave. They're on your back. So this is just like traditionally made for a back carry. And then there's only the chest strap. There's not like an annoying one that goes around your waist or anything like that. So love this. It also came with this little like head cover for if I want to cover her head and have her like take a nap or be closer to me, you know? Finley really hit it out of the park with this one. I did have this on my radar as something that I would like, and he picked out one that like had the little leather moment as well, and I didn't even know that they had those on the website, so love that for me. Thank you, King. All right, let's pick up the pace here, people. My brother got me this print. He loves Pants, an illustrator on Instagram, and his drawings are so funny. So he got this and he was like, I was thinking that you could put this in V's room, like when it's all done, maybe it's like a nursery moment. And I think that that is so funny and just incredible. Heard you've been drawing dinosaurs on my walls. You heard right. And this little print also came with a bookmark and a little sticker as well. So I love when you get a couple freebies thrown in there. Okay, these were also a gift from my sister-in-law. Also a tchotchke moment. I think they're pigs. And then they have this funky little hair and they're going on a little sled ride. And then there's another one that is a little lumberjack holding his wood. And I think they either like go on a table or maybe they can, you know, be fashioned as ornaments and go on the tree. But they were from like a Christmas shop. Also from my in-laws, I got this like mom trivia game and my mother-in-law was like, I was thinking you could bring it to like one of your many mom groups or baby groups or something. And it basically just has questions like, you know, in which country can you find the active volcano that the locals nicknamed Mama Etna? And it's just all like mom-centric questions. So love a trivia moment and I love a game. My buddy also put together this like self-care bag for me. So I'm gonna show you everything in there really quickly. I got another little eye pillow. People are telling me something. I gotta take a break. A little Dr. Teal's Epsom salt moment. This is the shea butter and almond oil one. A little foaming bath as well in that same scent. Some hand and body lotion from the Naked Bee. A little amber and saffron candle. And then also, I can't remember, I think this was a family gift as well. We all got these for the year of the horse, 2026. They're like little keychains or like wall hangings or stuff like that. And I think I got a bracelet too for the year of the horse. That's like in my jewelry case already. Major L, putting that one away. And then from my other buddy, so he actually just left this job, but he had this dope job for a little bit of working at a vinyl printing shop. So he got us, well, this one was kind of like as a gift for Finley because this is one of his favorite albums of all time, 40 Ounces to Freedom by Sublime. You know, you got the classics on there, brother. But then he also got me a classic of my own. A little I Love Life thank you from Mac Miller. He just knows us so well. So those are going double platinum in our house this year, I'm gonna tell you that much. Also from Finley, it's so funny, he like wrapped this up and gave this to me because I literally picked this out at the Christmas market that we went to, and then I just completely forgot that I had picked it out, and I guess it was in his bag of items, and then he like wrapped it and put it under the tree. But we got a little peppered jerky, all right, a little keto friendly. You know I love that. Then my sister found this for me as well, a little Abercrombie and Fitch Dachshund sweater. I cannot even explain to you the amount of times I have already worn this. It's a baby blue moment and it's just really giving everything. I'm very excited that I have this little dachshund piece now because surprisingly, you know, Rue is a big aspect of my life. She's actually just back here tucked in under the covers. I mean, so is Larry, but like, I feel like there's many dachshund items and I have a couple of little tchotchkes around, but I don't really have much dachshund clothes. So I'm excited to have a nice garment. I also got some socks from my grandmother-in-law. I think this was in my stocking as well, but one of those like crystal soaps. My mother-in-law got me a DJI mini mic for my videos, which I'm very excited to break into in the new year because I was really going back and forth between getting a camera stabilizer for vlogging or a microphone. And I remember I mentioned something about a camera stabilizer in a vlog like over the summer and somebody commented, screw the stabilizer, get a mic. And I was like, the people have spoken. Even if it's just one person sharing that, I will be listening, okay? I'm hearing the tips, I'm hearing the advice, and I'm gonna finally get a microphone going. It's time, all right? I've been online for going on almost 14 years now. This was another gift from my sister-in-law, a gorgeous bowl that is like, I don't even know how people be making stuff like this, okay? I'm gonna put some fruits in here, some onions, you never know. My brother-in-law also gave me this gorgeous like hanging planter and I can put some lovely little house plants in here. And he also was like, I have a vision of this going in your kitchen, so I'm gonna be following the vision, all right? It's super cool. I don't know where he found that, probably like an antique store or something. And then this is a gift from Finley that is like a work in progress because he got me this like camera carrying case for the camera that I'm currently filming on. And it's even engraved. The leather says Wonder Woman on it, if you can see. And I opened it and we tried to put it on my camera and he was like, wait, shit, this isn't like fitting for some reason, but like it's a custom case, you know? And we realized that like this little screw in at the bottom is slightly off center. And then we were like, wait, did you get one for the Sony ZV-1 Mark II? Because that's the new camera that I got at the end of last year. And he was like, oh, dang it, no. I didn't get it for the Mark II. I didn't know that the models were different enough that, you know, the screw in would be different at the bottom. Anyway, I digress. He got this from a guy custom made on Etsy, and he's like working with him now to make a second one. So we will have to rehome this to somebody who has a Sony ZV-1 and who would love to be called Wonder Woman as well. But it's a very thoughtful, lovely gift, and I'm excited for when my one comes in that can go on this camera that I'm filming on right now. And then my father-in-law also not only got me the carving knife set, but he also got me a bunch of steak knives from that same Claude Désormais. And they're so sharp and fancy and lovely. We don't have any steak knives. So even though we eat steaks at home sometimes, we just cut them with butter knives. And it was getting to be a little bit absurd, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited that I have this fancy set now to get into. Yeah. And then I have two bigger final gifts of Christmas to show you. And one of them, it's all packed away and it's boxed right now with a bunch of tape, and I don't have scissors up here, and it's a whole thing, okay? So I think they're called a donabe. If I'm mispronouncing that, then I'm so sorry. But it is like a kind of specific kitchen pot that you would make ideally like risottos in or other things of that nature. I'm just gonna put a photo of it on the screen in the little color that I got, but it's this lovely little like white pot from my in-laws. Love her work, okay? I'm telling you, I'm sensing a theme with all of the various like salts and cuisine things. This might be even more my year of cooking, more so than even past years in my life, which I invite. And then my parents got me the little green machine, which I am so excited about. This was also on my list. And I just really need something for cleaning upholstery. And I have gotten this as a present for many people before, and they seem to really love it. So I was like, I think it's time, you know, with having dogs and having a toddler and all of the things, to have a little way to clean all of the upholstery that's a little more high tech and getting in there. And there you have it, folks. That was my Christmas haul of 2025. And I am just feeling so grateful. I feel like everything this year was very like, you know, I didn't have a very extensive list or like all these crazy things that I wanted. I loosely wanted, you know, like steak knives and the little green machine and a couple of other things, but I'm just feeling very seen and happy and grateful for my loved ones in my life. Shout out to them if any of them are watching this video. And thank you for watching this video so many weeks after Christmas has passed. I'm happy to share this with you. It felt like if I didn't, I would be missing out on a tradition that I do literally every Christmas, you know what I mean? And even if I just showed everything in a vlog, I was kind of like, well, I have a lot to say, you know, I'm a yapper at heart, all right? So I hope you enjoyed this, and I love you very much, and I will see you in my next one. Stay smiling. Bye, y'all.